Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Or for you that are here for the first time, welcome. And today we're going to continue in this series about the miracles of Jesus. And I want to share with you from John chapter 5, verses 1 through 18. Later on in your time, you can open up and read. But we see here the story of the healing at the tank of Bethesda. And just to bring a little bit of context to you about this story, we see that there was this place, this tank, which was like a pool, and every once in a while that waters were agitated, and whoever got into those waters was healed. And we see that there was this man, he was paralyzed for 38 years. Imagine that, like a whole lifetime of 38 years, he was paralyzed and waiting for his miracle. And he was there. I imagine that place was a little bit chaotic with so many different people trying to jump into the waters, trying to get their miracle when the time would come. And he was there for 38 years waiting. Sometimes we're waiting for a promise or a breakthrough or a miracle for 3 months, and we're desperate of God. Where are you? Why are you taking so long? What's going on? This man was waiting for 38 years. I want to encourage you. If it seems like God is late, if it seems like things are not in the timing you thought they should be, keep believing, keep trusting in God. He is sovereign and his timing is perfect. Don't give up, but persevere and keep pressing in until you have the response from the Lord. So he's there waiting for his chance, for his opportunity, when all of a sudden he no longer needs to wait for those waters to be agitated, because Jesus himself, who was healing himself, showed up to this scene. And Jesus, he shows up to this man and he asks him, "What do you want me to do? What do you need?" Obviously, Jesus knew the answer to that question. And I find his answer so interesting because he doesn't actually answer Jesus' question. His answer should have been, Jesus asks him, "Do you want to be healed? What do you need?" "Yes, Jesus, I need to be healed. I'm here for 38 years. But instead of actually directly answering Jesus's question, he's now saying, "Jesus, when the waters are agitated, I have no one to put me into the waters." Obviously, he was paralytic. He couldn't get himself into the waters. He needed someone to help him and to take him over to that place. So now, instead of answering Jesus' question, he's beginning to blame those around him, and he's beginning to make excuses for the reason why he hadn't experienced his healing or his miracle. He starts accusing and blaming others. He starts making excuses and saying, "Oh, because they didn't help me, because no one helped me, I couldn't get into the waters." And how many times do we do that in our walk with the Lord, and even with those around us as well? Of, "God, you're late. God, that door was supposed to open. God, but this didn't happen. God, but I went through this." Or even, "Oh, but my pastor. Oh, but my leader. Oh, but my family." So many excuses we make often instead of looking at Jesus and even owning up to our own responsibilities and things that we need to own up to as ourselves. So he begins to blame those around us. And you know, the word says that he is the potter and we are the clay. So Jesus, the Lord, is the one that molds and shapes us. But so many times we want to change that role. And we want to put ourselves into a place where we are the potter and he is the clay, saying, "God, but it has to be at this timing. It has to be in this way. My leaders have to do this. People around me have to do this. They have to put me into the waters. They have to help me." And so many times we want to mold God himself, and we want to mold and shape our circumstances around us. But I'm reminding you, he's the potter. We're the clay. His ways are perfect. Our ways are not. So we need to trust him. We need to look to Jesus. And Jesus, he is all powerful. He is sovereign. His ways and his timing is perfect. So this man, he's blaming those around him instead of saying, Jesus, I need to be healed. Jesus, I've been waiting for 38 years. Jesus, touch me. Yes, I want to be healed. So I want to encourage you to stop looking at just your circumstances around you. Stop maybe accusing or blaming others or even God himself, and begin to look at yourself and say, where do I need to change my perspective? Where do I need to fix my eyes on Jesus and what God is doing, instead of just blaming my circumstances or blaming those around me? And this man, he waited and persevered for 38 years. Don't give up. You know, our generation, we want things so quickly, so instantly. You know, we say that we're like a microwave generation. We put things in the microwave in 2 minutes, it's ready. And we think that our walk with the Lord, our journey with the Lord has to be the same. Has to be this way, this timing. And when things take a little bit longer than we think, many times we give up. We're like, oh, that wasn't for me. Oh, maybe God didn't really speak, and we give up. But I want to encourage you today, persevere, press in, don't give up. Even if it takes longer than you thought, even if what you've been asking the Lord for is taking longer than you thought, He is faithful. And look at yourself today, look at your position today and say, God, what do I need to do? Where do I need to position myself in perseverance to receive from you, to receive your direction, to receive your breakthrough? And stop making excuses. Excuses are so easy. It's so easy to blame others, and it's difficult to look at ourselves and say, hey, you know what? I need to change this. I need to be transformed in this way. I need to be molded in this way. But I want to encourage you today, look at yourself. Do what the psalmist says and say, Holy Spirit, search my heart and see if there's anything in me, any evil way in me that needs to be changed. And if so, lead me on the path of life. Ask those questions, ask those hard questions, and allow the Holy Spirit to show you, to confront you, and allow the potter to mold you and transform you and change you. So I want you to make those hard questions and ask, where am I blaming others? Where am I putting responsibility on others that's actually really my responsibility? Yes, of course, we need people around us. We need to have fellowship. And many times those around us will help us in our process, in our journey with the Lord. And many times will help us along the way in our breakthroughs. But where do you need to position yourself today? Where do you need to take your eyes off of just the circumstances? Take your finger out of the face of those around you and say, God, here I am. Change me, mold me, and I want to set my eyes on you, Jesus. I don't want to give up. I don't want to lose focus, but I choose to press in. I choose to keep believing. I choose to keep going. So today my word for you is keep going, persevere, press in, and stop making excuses.